I had passion, and that the passion that drove me, I'd just kick them and hit them and keep doing it and watching them cry in front of me because I thought they were in the wrong completely in my head. Honestly did. And now that I'm nearly 19 years old, and this happened all through primary and half of secondary. Maybe when I got to about 14, I stopped doing that, fighting with people and arguing to that extent. I now realise that I think it was because of the neglect that I got shown in like the first years of growing up. Just that is a major part to the person I am today. It's my first years, and I know it. Obviously, I wish it didn't happen, but it's kind of made me the person I am today. How amazing I can be, because I know some days I am amazing, and people say that, which I like. But I know other days can be extremely difficult, and I can be a difficult person. And when I say difficult, I mean maybe a little bit unbearable at times, because that's what you get when you believe that neglect is fine, regardless of being brought up by an amazing supportive family who knew how to love and showed ways of loving and weren't um, mentally, like, they didn't feel that neglected themselves at all. I believe they had quite good upbringings and they could show love, but still to this day, I some would say, like, I'm I find it difficult to show how I feel to people, and I find it difficult to, like, receive people's feelings and understand them, which is quite understanding because in my head I don't think of that love. I think someone's trying to attack me and hurt me, which isn't fun at all. I know it isn't, but sorry, I think a delivery just came. Not very good for a YouTube video. Hopefully not. I'm not going to go to the door. They'll just have to leave a note, or if it fits through the letterbox, they can push it through the letterbox. Um, Sorry about that distraction. You know how it is. Yeah. So where were we? Yeah, adopted. Anyway, yeah. That's basically how I feel in terms of neglect and love. It's not great, but it's getting better. I'm going uphill again. But I started getting heart palpitations one time on a run when I was 15, and everyone, including the doctors, my parents, family, even some of my friends, thought it was panic attacks, and sometimes I thought it was panic attacks as well, because everyone was telling me that it was panic attacks. And oh, it's just the anxiety and stress of life. You're a teenager now. You had a tough upbringing, my parents would say. It's got to come out at some point, hasn't it? But deep in my heart, I knew that it wasn't panic attacks. I unfortunately knew that something had happened in my body physically that day, and I was never the same again. Ever since that day, I've slowly got worse and worse, the palpitations have. So I used to be able to, I used to be a very good runner, and I used to run all the time, long distance, short distance. I was completely active, very high heart rates a lot of the time. Going to the gym as well, doing weights, doing boxing. I used to do a lot of boxing actually. I had to stop all that after that one day. I felt so unwell and I just felt so tired and felt shaky. Maybe like blood glucose was low. That's what I was thinking. My first thought was, what's going on? Have I got diabetes? I mean, I shouldn't be laughing, but I know how much rubbish food I used to eat. It was tons. It was way too much. I ate for years, and I would understand if my insulin response wasn't very good, but it wasn't, because that night I had palpitations and shakiness, and my dad was there comforting me, and he was like, "Oh, it's just a panic attack. I used to get these all the time." And first time you have one, I was thinking to myself, "Oh, alright, yeah. I mean, this probably is a panic attack. You don't need to worry. It's only you've never experienced anything like this, so this is a panic attack. This is a panic attack." But then the next day, I woke up, I went to school, and I was dizzy still. I was I was looking at things, and things were moving a tiny bit, like ever so slightly swirling, or my head felt slightly imbalanced, like I was moving, swaying slightly. And yeah, I got home from school that night and just wanted to rest. I just wanted to rest. And that first day afterwards, I thought I was traumatized by how I felt the night before, and I was in shock, which is completely believable, and I could have been in shock, but I wasn't, because for the next week after that, nothing changed. If I tried to run or jog, these symptoms of dizziness and heart palpitations would get way worse, and I'd be stuck at square one again, where I'd have to rest and relax. And I couldn't be free in myself, couldn't do the exercise that I wanted to do at all. Sorry, I just don't really tell people this. The only reason I'm saying it to a camera is because I wouldn't say it to someone in person. My mum and dad will never see this, hopefully. I mean, and people I know, because I'm not going to tell many people I know about this video. It takes a lot of strength to do this, because my whole life, well, for the past 3 years, I've been experiencing these panic attacks, as people say. Not many people have believed me. Only my closest friends believe that it's not panic attacks, it's something more, it's something different. It's something that needs physical attention. And it takes so much courage for me to say the truth to the world now, that it seems like everyone's tried to suppress my story, and they've twisted it and done it in the way they want it. It's not about want, it's about how I feel. It's about what's going on inside. If I'm struggling under exertion, physical exertion, and I need to sit down, please understand me. I want to relax. Please. That's all I could think a lot of these last 3 years. Please, someone believe me. Anyway, sorry. Why am I getting so emotional suddenly? I need to stop. Like, anyway, let's carry on with the story. I'm getting dragged in by feelings which I shouldn't be doing, and this video is going to be hysterically bad due to the fact that it seems like I'm being very dramatic. Oh well, I'm just doing how I feel, and this is the first time I've said it to people, so I'm allowing myself to be dramatic this once, because I'm usually not like this. This is just horrible for me to say this to everyone in the way I'm saying it. Usually I'm just like, oh, I'm just like happy and relaxed. And even when I'm not happy, I'm not really like dramatic. I'm just trying to say how I feel. But this video is going to seem like I'm a complete hypochondriac, I think. It's just, but it's fine. Some people will believe me, some people won't. I don't know why I'm saying this anyway. I don't care. I mean, if people believe me, they do. If they don't, I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this video for myself to help, so someone knows how I feel inside. Ugh. Right. Anyway, so I got to a point where I actually couldn't sprint, like do anything over sort of 80% of my maximum heart rate without it palpitations happening, dizziness and going into a bad way. And I was a bit upset about that, I agree, but 6 months down the line or 8 months down the line, I could only jog. I could only jog sort of 60% of my maximum, like that I used to be able to do. And then after being able to jog, six about a year down the line actually, I could only fast walk. Jogging was too much for me. 17-year-old boy, and I couldn't run, I couldn't sprint, and I couldn't jog without any of the really bad palpitations and dizziness and shortness of breath and living nightmare is how I can explain it. Living nightmare. Wasn't up to the task at the point at that moment in time. I didn't. I was just like, oh right, so I just can't run now. That's alright then. I just won't go for runs. Then one day I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm not very good so now I can't. I'm just not going to go for a jog. That's absolutely fine. I just get on with life. Then I could only fast walk and I couldn't jog. Now, another 6 months down the line, I can walk into town. I can walk a mile or 2 or 3 a day, which is really good, and that's on a good day, 3 miles, let's say. But I can't walk up steep hills, so I have to take flat routes. And now I'm thinking to myself, bollocks, this is fully caught up to me, whatever's going on. I'm literally thinking, shit. I was alright when I didn't have to sprint. I was alright when I didn't have to jog. I could still go through daily life, other than not doing physical exercise. I could still do my tasks like washing up and having a shower and walking upstairs, going for walks, which I loved, with my friends, going on bike rides. I could still ride my bike really lightly on a little bit up hills at the time. I was fine. I could still go up hills, sort of 10, 20 miles. I was still trying my hardest. I never gave in fully. I've always fighted against it and hated the realization of what's going on. Fucking hell. Oh, shit. Wait, if I swear on YouTube, what happens? No, don't know. I don't know what goes on. So now, today, sitting here, if I wake up and it's a good day, then I can walk upstairs just stopping once in the middle. But I mean, I can walk up them. If it's an okay day, I can crawl up them on my hands and knees. And if it's a bad day, I have to do one step at a time on my bum. I have to bum shuffle up the stairs while bringing my bag or my cup of tea with me and popping it up on the next step and then pulling myself up onto the next step. And on a good day, I can go out for, as I said, a few miles walk with my friend and get a coffee and feel free, as free as I can do. On an okay day, I will maybe walk out into the garden or go for a short walk around the block on my own and take it slowly. That's on an okay day. Fuck me. And then on a bad day, on a bad day, not on a bad day, I can barely get out of the house without the symptoms starting. I can't walk down the road. I can barely do that. Bad days are the worst. Today's a bad day. Today's not a great day. Although today I might try and go out, because he who dares wins, right? Rather die doing the things I love than sit at home and watch myself get weaker and weaker. I really want to do something about it. Thank you for listening. I don't know what I'm going to title this video. But please subscribe to support me. Please comment and tell me things, even if they're not that nice. Just, I need to know what's going on. I've never told anyone this story before. Please. Goodbye. Have a lovely day. It's sunny today, so I'll most likely try and get out and do some pharmacy deliveries with my dad and try and make a life for myself. And everyone else, enjoy. Goodbye.